Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So now we're into day eight. Day eight. Yeah. And tonight's live stream, we're going to be talking about moving forward and adjusting change. And so I'm in the day eight of 30. So how many more days I have left to go? We still got like 22 more days, but we got this, right? Because we're moving forward. So tonight we're talking about moving forward, and I just want to say hello, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. I see my number one fan is on already. Thank you, babe. Always supporting. So we're talking about accepting change. And it's always a lot easier said than done when we talk about accepting change. But this live is for those that's feeling stuck. You're feeling stuck because, we're already in the 7 month of the year, and we're still in the same place that we were in even at the beginning of the year, and it's Happy New Year, and everybody is talking about, what they're going to do and making, you know, um, just saying the different things that they're going to do differently this year than they did last year. And now it's the 7th month, and we find out that we're doing the same thing that we was doing last year. And so, so we just got to come to a place where we just got to make up in our mind that it's time to move forward. We know that life's going to always have its challenges, but we have to have a made up mind to continue to go forward. Do y'all remember that song by McFadden and Whitehead? Ain't no stopping us now. Y'all remember that song? Well, it's a little old school, but it's like ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move, and so that's basically what this live is about. It's just to help you, to move forward and becoming unstuck. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Rhonda Jackson. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, a master instructor with over 20 years of experience. I made the bold decision to leaving corporate America behind in 15 years into corporate. I left to pursue my career in the cosmetology industry. And while in the cosmetology industry, I noticed that there was a gap between corporate America or the professionalism. I think I want to put it like that, the professionalism with our salons and with corporate America. And so basically, I came up with a program, and it's called Rich Girls Don't Cry. And this program aims to empower salon owners by incorporating proven corporate strategies into the salon business. And as a result, we're creating profitable salons that works without the salon owner. So again, I say welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're here, just comment, say hello to me, say something, y'all. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're listening. Let me know you like it. So yeah. So I this live is you all ever seen or even experienced, hey honey, have you all ever experienced, like, even on TV, you probably didn't experience it in person, but have you ever even experienced a booster rocket when they're getting ready to launch a spaceship? As big as that spaceship is, then they had these little booster rockets beneath it, and it serves as a rocket, a booster rocket, to get that ship up to go all the way up, right? And so that's what I'm praying, that this live is to help thrust you into something like that, to motivate you, to help get you into that place where you're moving forward. So I'm praying that this live will help serve as a booster rocket to help move you forward into your personal as well as your professional life. Okay, so hi, Mr. Burton. Hi, Zena. So yeah, this is almost similar to another live I did concerning personal development. So we can actually see that this is like almost like a part two of personal development, and it's because we need the extra thrust. How many of you all need an extra thrust moving through, this year through 2023? Because now we're in the month 7 and we're still doing the same thing that we was doing in 2022. And so you just need that extra thrust to move forward into the things that you know that you're called to do. Is it just me, or do I have some help here? Do you all need that help? I know I do. And I had to just come to myself to get unstuck. And I'm talking like I'm a year later, trying to adjust to some major changes I had to make. And so I want to share that with you tonight. But I hope I'm just not talking to myself here. I hope I have an audience that really feel that need of a thrust or that motivating factor to help move you forward. Okay. All right. So now, if you're planning on moving forward, the first thing we have to do is be willing to accept change. Sounds easy, huh? It's not really easy. When you willing to accept change, again, we talked about before on that last uh, live, we talked about taking thoughts into captivity. And so it's a mindset. It's a mindset all over again when you're thinking about making a change and moving forward. It's the mindset. And so the first thing you have to do, you have to allow yourself to acknowledge and experience these emotions without judgment. You can't be feeling bad because you're feeling like this or because you're thinking like this. But when you are doing it, you got to make sure that you recognizing these thoughts and where are these thoughts coming from and how are you feeling when these thoughts come. I went through something last year. I didn't even understand if I was coming or going, and it was really hard for me because I lost my mom a week before my wedding date. And it was really hard. I didn't know if I was happy, if I was sad, and even if I felt guilty. I was even feeling guilty for being happy because I had just lost my mom. Why am I happy? Or somebody had even called me and say, "Girl, you got it going on. You happy? You happy?" I wasn't happy because I was thinking about my mom. I was sad. And so, girl, you better get it together. God to bless you. Yeah, he has. But I don't know how I'm feeling about this blessing. And so, sometimes you have so many different emotions, but you can't feel guilty about having those type of emotions. Hi, Bridget. So you got to make sure that we got to focus on some things that we have absolutely no control over. So you can only focus on the things you do have control over. You can't focus on the things that you don't have control over. Hey, Mr. Maryland. So when you change, you can often feel overwhelming because it introduces a sense of uncertainty. Instead of dwelling on what you cannot control, you have to dwell on something that you can control. And this might include your attitude toward what's going on, the response. When somebody asks me, "Hey, honey," so somebody asked me, "Aren't you happy? Girl, you got a husband." Girl, I wasn't happy. I was trying to be happy. I needed to be happy, but I just wasn't there yet, right? And you got to come to a place where you're adapting to the change. I had to adapt into this new change. I didn't know how I was going to do my life without mom, right? And so in the Bible says in Psalms 91, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to change the things I can. And it's the wisdom to know the difference. I couldn't accept the fact that my mom had gone, but I couldn't change that. I couldn't change the fact that she was gone, but I had to accept the fact that I'm now a wife. And so I had to know the difference. Okay, I can't change this, but it has happened. But I can change this in my position in this new life that I'm in now, right? And so it was really hard. And you all, when I say this, I say it through experience and what I had experienced. And so it was like I was just trusting God through it all. I had to just make sure, and I encourage you as well to make sure that you just living one day at a time and then you're enjoying one moment at a time. And you got to make sure that you're trusting that God is going to make all things new again. He's going to make all things right again. But you got to surrender these emotions to him. Because if you don't, I mean, I actually thought I was going to go crazy. But you got to give God these different emotions. You know, my mom is gone. I accept that. I'm in this new relationship. I'm in a marriage, a whole marriage. I'm accepting that. You know, and I had to change to position myself to be able to embrace my new life. I had to change. You're right. I had to change into this new life. You know, and I know it wasn't easy, and I thank God for my husband because he really helped me through this because it was not easy. And also, I want to encourage you all, you got to make sure you're seeking support. You got to reach out to people. You got to reach out to friends, to family, and even counseling. You know, because when you're going through so much and you don't know if you're coming, if you're going, you know, if you're up, you're down, you don't know what's going on. Seek support and preferably spiritual support as well as natural support. You need somebody to talk to that you can just lay it all out and let them know exactly what's going on. And when I found out it's perfectly normal. I didn't feel normal. I didn't think it was normal because it was different. It was something I had never gone through. But you do need that support. You do need that type of counseling so that somebody can help you along the way because it was a hard thing. It was very hard, but you got to have that support naturally as well as spiritually. Give yourself a chance to move forward, but you need help in moving forward. And so, you know, and give yourself time. It takes time to adjust. And when you are taking time to adjust, it's normal to experience the ups and downs throughout this process. And you got to be patient with yourself. People ask, well, how long you think you're going to grieve? I don't know. I didn't even really let out a hard cry until that following year because I found out that I didn't have time to grieve at the time that it happened because we had to think about, okay, we got to bury her. I got to get this wedding done. We're going to go on this honeymoon and then we got to come back and do the memorial service. And so it was like, you know, I'm doing all these things. And so I didn't even have time to even grieve my mother and didn't even realize it until this year because we lost her in 2022. It wasn't until this year in 2023 when I started grieving. And I cried like it had actually just happened because I did not allow myself to grieve then because there was just too much going on. Right. And so you got to give yourself time, take as much time as you need to get there, but get there. Don't stay stuck. Get the help that you need. Do not stay stuck. And remember that change is a natural part of life, and embracing it, it can lead to personal growth, new opportunities, and a broader understanding of yourself and the world around you. I wouldn't have been able to talk about what I'm talking about last year. I couldn't even have this conversation. I couldn't even hear this song. My mom, my cousin, Minister Megan, sung a song, You Know My Name by exactly Brother Lincoln, Nobody But God. My Minister Megan sung a song at my mom's memorial saying, You Know My Name. Oh my God, I lost it every time I heard that song. But for the first time this year, I was able to hear that song. I was able to listen to it because I was just in a place where I was not accepting change, or I was grasping the hope of accepting the change. You get it? So we got to make sure that you know we're grasping into these new opportunities and a broader understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Give yourself time, be patient with yourself, but go through the process. Go through the process. Don't let anybody tell you how long it may take to get through it. Everybody is different. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you're still grieving, you're grieving too long, you're grieving too much. No, go through the process, whatever you need to do to get to that other side and begin to get to your change. Do it, get it done. And you can always remember that if you can be stopped, you will be stopped. Yeah, I know life is hard. Some things happen, and it seems like it just throws us a blow, like we are never going to get through it. But know that you can and you will get through this. You will get through it. But start taking baby steps toward getting it done. We got to make sure that we continue to move forward. Because if you can be stopped, you will be stopped. If you have to crawl, continue to go. No matter what, move forward. Thank you, Brother Lincoln. I appreciate you. Yep, trust the process, Bridget. Right. You got to move forward. Take baby steps. Do whatever you need to do. Crawl. Do whatever you need to do, but just keep moving, and God will deliver you through. Right, babe? So, take it day by day, build, reflect, and plan. And remember that your attitude is worth more important than the adversity that you're experiencing. Yeah, we are experiencing it. Yes, we are going through. Yes, it hurts like heck. But you know what? We're going to get through this thing. And the more that we move toward the next, then the easier it becomes, right? You all, thank you so much for coming on. And I am in day 8 of a 30-day live challenge. And I just want this to serve as an encouraging word to you all to move forward. I had no idea of exactly what day 8 was going to bring, but I thank God that He just began to drop nuggets into my spirit of something that I needed to talk about. And so, you all, whatever your change may be, whatever you need to do, to go on in life, and whatever you need to embrace it. Embrace the change, and know that, hey, Leela, thank you. And know that you can get through. You're going to get through. And like as I said earlier, McFadden and Whitehead said, ain't no stopping us now, right? So if you have to put that song on and dance like ain't nobody watching, do whatever it takes to move forward and embrace the change. Again, my name is Rhonda Jackson. I am a salon owner's coach, bringing corporate strategies into the salon industry. And I just want to thank you all for coming on. This is day 8 of the 30-day live challenge. And this is a change, right? This is a change within itself. But you know what? We're making it happen. So God bless you. Thank you. And you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. Good night.